What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Booth Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's wonderful today. It's like 78, 79 degrees. Then tomorrow we're going to get some severe thunderstorms, storms that are coming across the country. And then it's going to get kind of chilly again. 57 for the high, I think, Saturday and Sunday. But spring is getting closer. The draft is getting closer. And it's been, oh God, it's been a rough day. Been trying to get this one print done perfectly. And I've tried it 3 different ways, and I just can't get it. It's either I get the wife's detail really good, and then it's just like the husband detail goes out, or vice versa. And no matter what I've done, I just can't get it right. And I was trying to do a piece special for Philly D, and I'm just like, I have to step away for a bit, and I hate to not be able to come up with a solution for things. It will literally drive me crazy. I always think of myself as a problem solver, and this is just one I can't seem to solve. But anyway, it is what it is. And it's kind of like dealing with the Cowboys. It's another one of those situations that I just can't seem to fix either. Jerry Jones, after being missing in action most of this early offseason, dealing with health, whatever, medical stuff, dealing with some business stuff, and so on, which we kind of found out today, we're in cryptocurrency. You know the thing that's funny? You can't argue with Jerry Jones being a businessman and making money. What I don't understand about Jerry Jones is why, when you have all of these different businesses and all of these different entities and all these different avenues of making money, that you have to micromanage each and every one of them. Now, I get it. I'm a control freak. You know, when my buddy Dave said, you know, is one of your producers going to reach out to me? I'm like, buddy, I'm the producer. So I guess in a way, I'm a lot like Jerry Jones. I'm the producer, I'm the lighting guy, I'm the cameraman, I'm the sound guy, I'm the editor, I'm everything. And I guess maybe that's the problem why it's good, but not great. Why I'll make mistakes and like not have sound on a video and not realize it because I'm trying to do too many things, or the lighting's not right, or because I'm the makeup and, you know, hair stylist and all that I don't know the wardrobe and I make mistakes. And maybe Jerry Jones could take a lesson from me on that and say, Jerry, this is you, buddy. Sure, you're doing great. Sure, you got more money than probably, you know, 99.99999% of the people in the world. But doing everything perfect, you're not quite there. You just can't. And maybe you should have somebody else managing that. You go out and deal with the cryptocurrency and the Nikes and the Pepsis and all this, that. You know, you deal with all that stuff. Let somebody else handle the football team operations. But I'm not sure how I feel about this. I'm not sure how I feel about the idea of the Cowboys trading up. Because, see, the thing about football is you don't really want people to know what you're doing. They know you want something. Typically, like the Cowboys always put out there that they want something, then they take advantage of you. It's kind of like when you go to the car dealership and they know your car broke down and you got to go to work tomorrow. The used car salesman knows you're coming out of here with a car no matter what. That means I can pad this number quite a bit because you're desperate. That means I can sell that beat up hoopty over there because your broke ass has to get to work. But if they know that you don't have to have that car, and that you're willing to walk away, then they kind of wheel and deal a lot more because they don't want you to go. You feel me? So, for the Cowboys to say, we'd like to trade up, here are the teams, you're kind of like, oh, really? You want to trade up? Then it probably costs you more to move up. Wouldn't you think if somebody knows that you really want to, that there's really a guy that you want? You know, that fourth round pick sounds pretty good. But, you know, I'd really like to get that second round with that first for you to move up. You know what I'm saying? In the same regard, the Cowboys made that mistake when they said, yeah, Amari Cooper, he kind of checks out. You know, cost a whole lot of money. The Browns knew you were desperate to get rid of him. That's why they got such a good deal. It's kind of like the Browns right now with Baker Mayfield. Teams know the Browns want to get rid of him. They know that the Browns can't keep him on the team. They know that they don't want to have that $18 million cap hit, that there's no way in the world that Baker Mayfield's going to play on that team. So why should I offer to make a big trade for a guy that you're going to have to cut? And see, if you're Seattle, you know that most of the teams have already gotten their quarterbacks. And if you have interest in it, you just play the waiting game. If you're the Browns, you know, everybody knows that you don't want to pay that $18 million. So if you do trade him, you got to trade him on the cheap. So the last thing you want is people to know your business. So was Jerry Jones actually saying, we'd like to trade up because you're trying to baffle people with bullcrap? Are you trying to scare, say, the Philadelphia Eagles, who you believe want to get Jordan Davis, and make them have to jump up and say, you know what, let's use that early draft pick on him because there's somebody that you really want, and you're trying to baffle everybody with bullshit? But anybody who's watched me for the longest time, you know what I want. You know what I've always wanted. You know what the Dallas Cowboys' problems are. It doesn't matter if it was Tony Romo or Dak Prescott having DeMarco Murray or Zeke Elliott or having Dez Bryant or Amari Cooper. We've had great offenses before. We've been top 10 many, many times. But the thing that always has done the Cowboys in, I don't care if you're talking about with the Rams in the playoffs, where we couldn't stop their run. I don't care if you're talking about Minnesota, where we couldn't stop Dalvin Cook. I don't care if you're talking about the 49ers and Deebo Samuel, who, mind you, basically says if it ain't $25 billion or more, we ain't talking. You want to get paid. The thing that has killed us is not being able to stop the run. And the Cowboys always invest in cornerbacks, talk about safeties, and get the linebackers. The one thing they never talk about, one thing they never do, the one thing they don't try, is the big, nasty, mean sumbitch defensive lineman. The only guy that I would trade up for. And mind you, the Cowboys second round picks are usually not their best picks. The first and third round picks are the ones that they always strike and get gold on. Would be Jordan Davis. If the Dallas Cowboys could stop the run, and I sound like a broken freaking record, the biggest bang for your buck is a defensive lineman. That is a game changer. Because, see, you may not believe me. Somebody said, trade up and get a cornerback. Trade up and get a linebacker. Trade up. No. If you get the right defensive lineman, it's like getting two players. Because he makes everybody else better. I'm serious. If Jordan Davis gets the potential that he has, and he can hold the line in the middle, edge rushers are better. He's taking up two players. He's getting double teamed, requiring double team. Take a look at Aaron Donald, what he does. If he is helping the outside guys rush against the quarterback, and he's getting double teamed, the linebackers don't have to take on as many guards. They can scrape. They can do their thing. Unmolested. They're better. Front seven's better. If he is holding the line in the middle, he's blocking the quarterback's vision because the guy's 6'6", and he's pushing an offensive lineman in the backfield. The quarterback's getting antsy, and he can't see that guy breaking across the middle. He's worried about getting sacked, and now your defensive ends are crashing. The pocket is squeezing like the trash compactor in Star Wars. He's having to throw sooner than he wants to. That makes the cornerbacks better because they don't have to hold up as long. And here's the other thing. If he is a dynamic pass rusher that's requiring double teams and having to get help from the running back or the tight ends having to help chip, that means you don't have to blitz as much, which means you have a linebacker in coverage, which is like having an extra person, and you're still getting pressure on the quarterback. So that would be my case on if you were to trade up, how it would actually be valuable right there. And let's say this. Turnovers, takeaways, forcing of the team to punt, help to win the battle of field position. Because then you've got a shorter field to deal with. And a shorter field always helps the offense out. Isn't that right, guys? Their life's easy. They don't have to worry about what Jerry Jones does or doesn't do. All they do is swim around and hope that the herring doesn't come by. They are getting big, aren't they? Have to add a few more this year. Last year it was hard to find them in the store. So, we shall see. As always, good people, I appreciate you. And tomorrow I'll be down working on the red brick house. We've got a building permit now. And the cost of lumber, boom, just dropped for the first time in forever. So, there's that. All right. Peace out, y'all.